Well, hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for the end of November, right through the end of December 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. Now, I will be using guide chimes, so please be mindful to turn down your volume if you are someone who is sensitive to sound. So let us start your reading and let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with the rest of the cards just to see what is coming your way. But I definitely feel a lot of you will be trying something new very shortly that will put you in a bit of a fast lane towards success. That's the energy I have coming through already. So it's going to be a pretty full period as you move into the new year, but I feel like you're ready for it. So let's see what the cards have in store for you and take it from there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know right now regarding their career and their finances? Can you please show them the way? So the first card there is the Justice card. So that means that you are making some adjustments in your working environment. A lot of you are trying to remain on top of your projects, balanced and harmonious. You just want what is fair, equality, reciprocity. You've been working really hard, investing all your time and your energy, and I feel that there is some movement going on there. The Justice card tends to mean that you're all up in administrative tasks or end of year accounts. If you run your own business, this could also be spreadsheets, staying on top of your correspondence, emails, whatever it is. A lot of you, it's going to be very sort of serious kind of paperwork, things like that, legalities for some of you. So there is a practical side to you over the next coming weeks and months there. I mean, I'm not surprised. Your second house and your eighth house are influencing you during this period, and that's all about transforming your finances, sticking to your plans, and remaining on top of any structure that you have already going on there. A lot of you will actually be signing new contracts or new service providers or looking into the details of legal contracts that you have already. And this could literally mean that you're upgrading your cell phone, getting a new contract there. A lot of you could also be upgrading your life. You're working hard towards doing that, and I feel that there is going to be some sort of cause and effect. The effort you're making now is going to see a lot of reward and abundance in your future, and I feel a lot of you are very goal-oriented, of course, because the World card indicates you're doing it all. So no matter what you do, what industry you're in, you're doing everything you can. You're at capacity right now. You're holding it all together. Some of you may even have some extra responsibilities, but I got to give it to you straight because the star energy is in the resistance position. So a lot of you feel like you go unnoticed, or you're just chipping away at your goals and you feel unappreciated. And some of you are wondering, is it going to be worth it? Is there success at the end of whatever it is that you're doing right now? And the answer is absolutely yes. The World card is all about success, fulfillment, accomplishment. It indicates that a lot of you are closing down projects or completing tasks tasks and responsibilities to a high degree that you'll feel very satisfied with. But also this is an energy of being in harmony and working towards what you desire. I feel like you're going to be in the right place at the right time to meet the right opportunities, but you're working really hard for it. So it feels like a very steady, move towards success there for you. But the star energy, although it's in the resistance position at first, it will go into the upright. And this tells me there is recognition here. This tells me that there is some sort of wish that you're aligning yourself with. Now, I say a wish, but actually the Justice card tells me that you're very practical, you're really honest with yourself, and you're working really hard to get to where you want to go. So although there may be a little bit of luck, I feel like you are making your own luck, and it's hard. Sometimes you're exhausted, but you're showing up for yourself. You're achieving a lot right now. You're bringing your A game no matter the circumstances. Now, I have to say, I'm hearing a song right now. It just blasted on in. I'm clairaudient as well as scrying in the water at the same time. And it feels like I'm at a rock concert with how loud this is right now. But the song that's playing is a very famous song, Rolling Stones, Jumping Jack Flash. Now, I'll give you the lyrics that I'm hearing. I was born in a crossfire hurricane. I'm probably saying those lyrics wrong, but that's what it sounds like. But it's all right now. In fact, it's a gas. Okay, those are the lyrics I'm hearing. I'm also hearing it again repeated. It's all right now. It's a gas, gas, gas. That's what I'm hearing, okay? So this song, this could be relevant. Either it's going to play before some sort of reward or accomplishment, promotion, or something that is going to really make you celebrate there. Got to go to these cards just to see the details of what that is. But also that song actually is, if my memory serves me well, it's many years ago since I heard that song. I'm sure it's come up for a reading before, but I can't remember when, or it may not have been for your sign. But I feel that song is about overcoming some sort of adversity towards success. In fact, enjoying what you do. That's very important. You're the sort of sign that needs to be inspired, that you love what you do. And of course, with the Justice card, there are some mundane tasks that perhaps we all got to do in order to make things work. But I feel like you're going to enjoy the next part of the process of whatever it is that you do. And there's going to be fulfillment there, but also a lot of reward. And I feel like a lot of you are working to, clear down any workloads before, of course, you end the year. So whether that's you working for yourself and end of year accounts, or you're just reflecting on how far you've come, where you want to take things to in the next year, the next cycle, or whether it is that you are completing these tasks and responsibilities and on to the next. Whatever you start, you will finish. And I am getting a small portion of you may get some sort of legal correspondence regarding some sort of jury service. Now, this jury service, it feels like it doesn't happen until the new year, okay? But it could be correspondence that comes in over the next coming weeks that informs you that you're up for jury service next year. Now, looking at it, I rarely get a 50-50 kind of energy, but I'm actually getting 50-50, so I got to give it to you. It's coming through there, but there's going to be at least 50% of you going, okay, I can do that. Let's, make some adjustments to make that work. And the rest of you will be like, nope, I can't do it. So you may have to reschedule that, but I feel like it's going to be a very interesting case. And actually, your voice matters in this case as well, so that's coming through there. Some of you may literally work in legal, or you are thinking about training to work in legal, so that's coming through as well. But no matter what industry you work in, I feel like you're working really hard to maintain and sustain so that you can get everything done to take a break or a vacation, because the World card can indicate travel. So a lot of you, it's like one more push as you close out the year. But also some of you may be looking into the legalities of working overseas or working abroad. Some of you may be looking at different countries to see if there are better financial opportunities. Maybe the company you work for, if you work for a company, have alternative opportunities abroad that are opening up for you as you step out of this year, I would say, and into the next. So some of you could be going for an important meeting or a conversation about upskilling as well as growing in the company that you work with. If you work for a company or with a company, or even if you're a consultant, there could be some sort of important meeting or appraisal or some sort of deal that is done over the next coming weeks that sets you up for the new year there, okay? Now, if you've just come to this reading and you're currently out of work, I see a lot of you have been putting your resume out there. It's been a hard slog, and you may feel like you totally go unnoticed. It hasn't been fair. The job environment, the market has been very austere. It's been stale, because there's a lot of opportunity if you're willing to take less money than you truly deserve and desire. But I feel like you know your worth. You want it to be reciprocal there. So I feel like you've been waiting things out. You may have been taking some trial periods in work or something temporary or seasonal. Some of you may be thinking about seasonal contracts at this time as well, whether you're in or out of work right now. But I want you to be aware you're returning to work, okay? There's an opportunity that I see coming in. If you want to work with a company, I feel like there's going to be an opportunity that you'll interview for. And, you know, as you close out the year, there's celebration. I see a contract being signed, okay? And also I see that there is a strong potential you'll be in this role until retirement, okay? So that's something that's coming through there as well. And if you work for yourself, I feel there could be some important meetings or discussions regarding legalities of structure in your company, or, you know, remaining on target when it comes to what you're aiming for. But this card, it says here, when all is said and done, you will receive the outcome that you truly deserve. Your moral character will be justified. So maintain integrity and strive to balance yourself. So I say that you're tempering your pace at this time. Now that song, because it's coming up again, it's relevant because I feel like you're overcoming a challenge in your industry. So if the, you know, working environment has been a little bit slow, or you felt there's been a bit of a testing time going on recently, you're rising to a challenge. And I feel there is a fluctuation going on where there is a flurry of activity. I mean, just because there's a lull in your industry, no matter what you do, I feel that you've been working really hard. It's been very steady. You've been on the go there. But I'm really getting a sense that this song may play just before an opportunity comes in. Okay, so just watch out for that. I think there's one more thing to celebrate before you close out the year, no matter what industry you work in. And of course, returning to work. Some of you are also, you know, returning to work after maternity leave or paternity leave. Some of you, if you've been unwell there recently, or you've had some time out, I feel like you are measuring or calculating when it's the right time to return. And of course you will. And I feel there is a more fulfilling environment. I feel like you've been missed, let's put it that way. And also, I'm being given this very strong energy with this card that you're building habits, not just for now, but for 2026. You're not procrastinating. You're setting yourself up for 2026. And anything that you've postponed over the last couple of months, or even the last year, that you wanted to get round to doing, I feel like you return to that. There's also a shift in mindset and purpose, and I feel like nothing is holding you back. I feel like you are on the path to transform your finances, because your second house and your eighth house is all about keeping your eyes on your money, keeping a realistic kind of goal when it comes to savings plans. I would say, you know, I need the details with these cards, but I feel a lot of you are maintaining and sustaining with this card as your protagonist energy. Yes, there's going to be a legal matter that you may have to deal with. Now, this doesn't have to be connected to your working environment, although there could be some sort of merge or deal going on behind the scenes if you work for a company. But if you work for yourself, you may be contemplating, you know, an alliance there with either a social media platform in order to promote your work, because the star energy tells me this is a great time to get yourself out there, be seen. If you feel like you have been unappreciated or unnoticed in a very testing environment, I feel like you are in the spotlight to align with a goal. And I feel like this is a time where you will be noticed in order to nourish your skill set and be offered more, because you deserve it. You've been working hard for this, okay? I feel like a lot of self-sacrifice has gone into this, but because you care. But the last couple of months, you know, I feel have been testing for you, and I feel there's some really good things ahead there as well. If you think about the nature of the stork, because there's lots of storks in this card, it can indicate that, you know, you've been waiting and watching for the right opportunity. Some of you may have been keeping your eyes peeled for alternative promotions or ways to advance in your industry, and you've been playing the long game. But there's something new and exciting showing up for you that, you know, you can measure as a term of success, because I feel with this card, you're aspiring to achieve something and you're right on course and you're choosing the life that you would like to experience. So whatever that means for you, you will accomplish it through all this hard work. And a lot of you, because that second and eighth house is influencing you, the Justice card can be the scales, right? It's about weighing up your options, but also it's duality. So a lot of you could be thinking about second streams of income at this time or alternative paths in order to bring in more money. Some of you may even be looking at, selling pre-loved goods from your home space in order to bring in extra wealth there, looking at generational wealth, but also, transforming your finances by tapping into a hidden talent. And I see a lot of you are very gifted, very talented, but there may be something that perhaps you're aware of that you have as a talent, but you don't explore it as much, or you haven't had the opportunity to, but you're really going to be curious about it over the next coming weeks. And it could be a nice side hustle that turns into a main squeeze role in your future and brings in, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. I rarely get that in a reading. I just heard brings in 6-figure salary. That's quite a lot. So yeah, okay. So some of you are definitely going to tap into that energy. But we have the Star, okay? Now, a lot of you are healing money blocks as well at this time, paying attention to your finances, and also there is something to look forward to here. You're getting a lot of clarity. I feel there is an energy here of, for some of you, I feel you're setting yourself up for a promotion in some way, or you are legally structuring your business if you run your own business, or if you're a creative, for example. It could be that, you love the creative side of what you do, but right now you got to calculate, do the mundane tasks, like get all your receipts together, or organize something, or make that call. I just feel like you're in business mode right now, and I feel that a lot of you are also focused on renewals. Okay, this card is a card of renewals, so it can be that there are some contracts coming up for renewal, whether it's a cell phone that you're thinking about upgrading. A lot of you are not going to renew whatever service this is. So whether it's, an internet providing service that you're like, okay, it's run its course, it's not providing the service it normally does, or whether it is, your energy bills or water or even a subscription. A lot of you, because the Star initially is in the resistance position, I feel like you're not going to renew things that you feel are a drain on your finances. And you could, I see one of two things. A lot of you with the World card, you're going to end some sort of, I would say, a consistent kind of subscription or something that you pay out regularly to in order to upgrade. And that can be that you find a better deal elsewhere. This could be applied to your mortgage as well, repayments, or for some of you, it could be that you're literally leaving, an apartment that you've been renting for a while, and you may find a better deal elsewhere. I feel like you're satisfied with the move of whatever it is that you're doing, okay? So I just feel this is a big time for you to renew things in order to get a better deal, or ask for a better deal with a service that you're getting right now. And if you don't get that, I see a lot of you leaving, okay? So that's coming through there. But it says here, the time of your renewal is approaching. By being brave enough to choose the riskier road, you will inspire those around you. And if I know one thing about an Aries, you are bold and daring, and you're taking a calculated risk. It's not that you're doing, anything by folly there. The Justice card indicates you're highly intelligent. You're waiting for the right time to do something right now, and I feel like the universe is putting you in a position to be seen and appreciated for whatever it is that you do. Now, if you want to be in the public eye, like you're an influencer, things like that, a lot of you with this world energy, you're going to go global, or you're going to expand your reach in some way. People from overseas doing business, international energy there. I definitely see some sort of opportunity where you'll sign a contract that's going to come in real thick and fast. Don't feel pressurized to sign any deals. I would say read the fine print, take your time. You're the talent, they want you. Now, this doesn't have to just apply to people who are influencers. For example, if you're a performer, musician, artist, writer, whatever it is that you do, it can be that you're about to meet a person who is intermediary, as it were, someone who's an agent or a promoter, or someone who wants to showcase what you are about, and they could have international leanings at this time as well. Again, never feel pressurized into signing anything, and always get the right legal representation or advice before you move into anything that is going to affect your career long term. I feel like you're on the right path, okay? Now, no matter what industry you are in, the World card tells me that you are achieving your goals, whatever those goals may be, and you're powering on through despite feeling exhausted, despite feeling there's been a lot of challenge. I feel like you are going to meet your expectations, and you actually have very high expectations of yourself, but I feel like you are preparing to rise in 2026, okay? You're ready, and I'm actually seeing in the water, because as I said, I'm scrying in the water at the same time as you're reading. I'm seeing someone who, I mean, it looks like an Olympian torch. So some of you out there may actually be training to be in the Olympics. I'm not sure when the Olympics are. Maybe 2028, I'm not sure. So I'm not really a sporty kind of person or au fait with the Olympics, but I'll check that out when I leave this reading. But I'm seeing what looks like an Olympian torch, and it's like this person running, okay, towards this huge kind of lit torch, but it's not lit just yet. And they're holding like a baton that is lit, and they're just running, and then they get to the mega torch, as it were, and they light it, and it just, whoosh, it's lit. So I feel like this could be that you are, tempering your pace to close out the year. But for 2026, you are lit. You are literally the phoenix rising from the ashes. And I feel this is your time to fly and elevate in your industry. And the World card means that, there is a lot of success here for you as well. You are going to find yourself in the right place for the right opportunities. It doesn't have to just apply to people who are athletes. This can just mean that, you've been running with that baton all year because you've been doing a lot right now. And finally, you get to the position where you can, be seen or be lit or have the energy to carry on. And it's almost like you're reaching a milestone in your industry in some way. But it says here, you must find your purpose and accomplish it. There is no guarantee for success, but the experience you'll gain will have the potential to fulfill your desires. There's never any guarantee, of course, but I feel like this is a belief card, belief in yourself. You've been waiting for this moment, whatever it is. And when you have the world accompanied by the star energy, it basically means that you are aligning yourself with a brighter future and a wish. But you've been working really hard, okay? So let's get to the rest of the cards to really see the details there. I mean, for some of you, you're literally going to see an image of a torch being lit. Okay, I mean, if you run your own business, this could be that you are promoting yourself, getting yourself out there over the next coming weeks, allowing yourself to be seen, marketing yourself. Could also be that you are in motion right now in order to transform your brand, if you have a brand, or the way that you're seen. I feel like your reputation is increasing in a really positive way. You're destined for the top. You're a winner in whatever industry you're in. And even though, you may feel right now that the industry is hard and things are going in a very challenging direction, I feel like you are a real asset. Okay, but look out for that image, because I feel this is something you may even see over the next coming weeks that highlights that there is an opportunity coming your way, okay? We've got the Queen of Pentacles, of course. Queen of Pentacles always shows up when someone is in their second house and their eighth house. Now, a lot of you, because the World card is there, you're going to be focused on things like your 401k, your pension pot. The eighth house is about transforming your finances to make sure that you are being responsible with your future finances. Your future self will thank you for the efforts that you're making at this moment. Things will come to fruition for you. The second house indicates you're going to be focused really on your cash, okay? On your acquisitions, on real estate, things like that. But the eighth house is saying, let's transform the finances. And partnered up, I feel a lot of you may be thinking of ways to make money in the home space, because the Queen of Pentacles is all about conservation, savings, but also is a very domestic card. So a lot of you may be thinking about ways to make money financially. I mean, Five of Pentacles, the prices of goods right now, we all are aware. There's a bit of a pinch. So you could be noticing how things are very challenging and you're just finding alternative pathways, because the Five of Pentacles is an alternative form of abundance, but also it connects to hidden talent, an overlooked treasure that actually is within you. So that's why I feel a lot of you will be branching out and doing something new, but it's connected to you and your gifts and your talents right now. So even if you are in a company, you work for a company, I feel there could be something alternative that you're going to explore at this moment in order to line your pockets even more. And if you run your own company, I feel that there is an opportunity here for you to either strike out in a different direction whilst at the same time do what you're already doing. It complements what you do. That's what the Justice card energy means. So you could be setting up another business, for example, or there is an opportunity coming on in here for you to explore a vision or dream, a sudden idea. Oh yeah, look at this. You're going towards an energy of financial independence. Now, this is gifting season for some people out there. So a lot of you are keeping a tight rein on your finances and looking at what you spend. I feel this time of year, the pressure is on. Remember, whoever you're gifting for, they love you for you. You don't need me to tell you that, but, I feel a lot of you are going to find a financial deal so that you can get a discount. You're getting the same item. You're not compromising the quality of whatever it is you're purchasing, but you just find a discount. So that's coming out there as well. But I'm loving these two cards because, we've got the Five of Pentacles here and the Nine of Pentacles. Now, I have to give it to you straight. If you're just coming here going, just tell me about the money, Baba. Just tell me the finances. Give it to me straight, okay? If you think about these calculations, because you're all up in your calculating time right now, you're calculating your path, your finances, your direction. When you have the Five of Pentacles there, if you see the Nine of Pentacles, this is the vibe it's giving me right now. This figure, they kind of intend to save 6 pentacles, okay, and give out 3. That's the intention. But this is a different time of year, so I would say you save 5, not 6. I got to give it to you straight, okay? There's still some savings there, but you may not completely hit the target financially. You're going to replenish the pot a little bit further down the line. A lot of you, this is bonus season as well, so I feel there could be an appraisal here for you, and you'll hear that you're going to get some sort of bonus, and I feel these two cards, it's like it comes just in time. So I am getting something else here, and this may not resonate with all of you, but it's coming through, so I have to give it to you. For some of you, thanks so much. I'm so grateful. Now, for some of you, if you work for a company, I'm being given a vibe that you may be paid your salary a little bit earlier. Okay, so if you normally get paid on the last day of every month, December is different. It could be that you get paid earlier in December, and then you got to make your money last all the way to the end of January. Okay, so that can indicate that you're trying to be really careful and frugal with your finances to stretch out. Sometimes even though you're getting the same money, and some of you are getting a bonus, that's for sure. Nine of Pentacles, there's a nice little package coming your way. And I actually see that you do spend a little bit of it, on yourself to treat yourself. Nine of Pentacles is a little treat, but also, you may spend a little bit more than you wanted to save, if that makes sense. I've just told you there, it's like you intended to save 6, but you saved 5. I mean, that's pretty good going, right? So please apply it to your circumstances, but I just feel like you just missed the mark a little bit on it, but not too much that you're disappointed in yourself. I feel like going out there, enjoying the moment and having fun with the people you care about, so important. A lot of you are saving for a vacation, okay? And that's where the finances are going to go. But I feel this is about you healing a money block, but transforming your finances, because Five of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles, that's some serious transformation there. So whether you're taking a seasonal role, I'm looking at the energy here, and I feel a lot of you, if you work for a company, you may have a conversation or an appraisal or an important meeting regarding a promotion that will be set up for you for the next year. I feel, Queen of Pentacles is a high-ranking position. It's an energy of making more money. It's often a multiplication card. There's a rabbit right there, which means you're multiplying your wealth. So I feel with this Ace of Cups, just when you're feeling a bit stuck in a rut, there is an opportunity coming in that will pay you more money. And it couldn't come at a better time. I feel it's a reward for you. So if you work for a company, there's talk about a promotion or some sort of new role or opening up going on there. And there is a financial incentive because you do get an increase in your finances with this. Now, if you work for yourself, I feel with that 8 of Swords, because 8, of course, is the number of the self, a lot of you may have felt that you've come as far as you can with the role that you're doing right now, and you may be feeling a little bit uninspired because the 8 of Swords and the Star energy can indicate that basically you could do what you do with your eyes closed, okay? But you're seeking more inspiration. You're a pro at what you do, but you're feeling a little bit stuck or you're feeling a little bit limited in your resources and you want to take things to the next level. You'll kind of love what you're doing, but you're hoping for new opportunities to come on in before the year is out. And I definitely see one coming on in. However, it sets you up for the new year. It's almost like you get this one final push or this one piece of good news that you'll celebrate, and it really takes off in the new year. So it just feels like it comes in before, okay? So that's coming through there as well. Now, the 8 of Swords can indicate at this time of year there may be some deficiency in tools or resources or even people. So if you work for a company, there could be some people absent, and a lot of you will be holding the fort, taking on extra responsibilities, and you may feel a little bit stuck in that. I mean, I always feel like this is kind of like the graveyard shift as well. So some of you could be working late in the office if you work in an office, or you could be doing some late nights in order to get some extra finances there. And although you'll be exhausted, your finances will be thankful for it. And also some of you, because the 8 of Swords, this is an energy of like smashing through any mental limitations, but also when it's partnered with the Ace of Cups, no matter what you do, this is about making sure that there is well-being in the working environment and, not feeling so alone or isolated that you're taking on all the slack. It's nice to know that, you have some sort of team. I mean, I'm not seeing team exercise here, and I'm not seeing any team kind of like togetherness. So some of you may feel like you're out there on a limb doing it all by yourself. Some people may not be pulling their weight as much as you are. And if you work for yourself, then you do it all for yourself. So I feel there could be some nice networking opportunities here coming through for you. And I feel that you'll meet a person who is really successful. In fact, they're very successful, but they're still on their way up. And this person, they really gravitate towards you because they see in you something that is actually in them. So if you're an influencer or you run your own business, doesn't matter what industry, whether you run a construction company, catering company, whether you're artistic, whatever it is, I feel there's a networking opportunity here. And someone will either want to invest in your business or collaborate, or they give you some really sound advice on weathering, economic challenge, for example, because the Queen of Pentacles, it's in the resistance position and it's giving me an energy of someone who hasn't quite reached their full potential but is on their way, and they are connected and they love what you're about. And you may not notice, but this person's been keeping their eyes on you, or they are aware of you in your industry already. They've come across your goods, services, or some of you may actually work with this person already. So if you work for a company, this could be someone that you feel doesn't even see you, doesn't notice you, but actually they're going to come on in with a lot of love for what you're about. So for some of you, this is a period where there will be some sort of working event or networking event, some sort of seasonal gathering that occurs. And I feel like this person's going to make themselves known that they've been keeping their eyes peeled and they see you as one to watch. Okay, so no matter what you do, I feel like there is some sort of indication from this person that you have been seen and you are an asset and there are opportunities coming on in there. Now, the 8 of Swords with that 5 of Pentacles, some of you may be worried about finances, but I feel the universe is going to step in, give you ideas on how to expand. And if you've been challenged with a bill, now this is not going to resonate with all of you, but I have to acknowledge it there. If you are someone who is struggling to pay a bill or you're worried about finances, I would say here with that Eight of Swords, do not ignore it, because I feel there is a helping hand being offered to you. Now, if you owe some money and you're like, okay, you can't pay it at this moment in time, call up whoever the debt is with, because you're actually going to talk to someone who's really sympathetic, and what they do is they find a structure that works for you so that you can pay little by little with what is achievable for you to take the pressure off, okay? So don't worry about it. I mean, that's easier said than done, of course. But when you're given a lifeline, when someone says, you know what, I got you, I understand, and they give you some sort of structure to help you pay that, it will just take things off your mind. And the universe is sending opportunities your way to bring in more money. Okay, so I'm sending you a lot of love out there. There's definitely, well, 2 lifelines I see coming out towards you if you're worried about finances, okay? And of course, for those of you who are just trying to transform your finances to build on what you are doing already, I definitely see here you're making some really, savvy decisions there, and a lot of you are working towards financial freedom, taking down debt. So that's what I mean. I feel some of you will actually portion off your finances no matter what your pay is. And it can be that you're putting a little in your 401k or pension, or you're taking down some sort of debt in order to be financially free there. But a lot of you, because the 5 of Pentacles is there, that's not really a negative card. If you think about finances, in our modern times, a lot of people will leverage debt as an investment tool to open you up to build wealth. And those 2 cards are that jackpot kind of idea. So for example, leveraging debt in some sort of form of like mortgage, real estate, things like that, so that you can be financially free. Someone else like rents it off you, that sort of thing. Now, I don't really know anything about that, okay? But my guides have been really giving me different perspectives on the cards about these 2 cards together. So I would say some of you may be looking at debt leverage tools in order to be financially free in your future. A lot of very wealthy millionaires, billionaires, they're always talking about it. Well, they're like kind of like shouting that they do that, but the secrets of how you do that, like generational wealth and things like that, they often remain secret. But I feel with that star energy, something is revealed to you over the next coming weeks and months there that could set you thinking about how you utilize your finances and compound wealth. Because your 8th house, 2nd house, those things are just going to be on your mind. You're just going to be influenced in that way. Now, that feels like a lot of pressure, but it's not. It's going to feel easy. It's going to feel like a flow, okay? And even if you're just learning about it right now, this is something that I feel will inform your future, okay? Ace of Cups energy is you give everything that you've got to your career and your industry. And if you are out of work right now and you've been feeling really stuck, there is an opportunity that you will seal a deal on. It'll come out of the blue. This is destined for you. And a lot of you are actually, quietly looking for new opportunities. So if you're in a company right now that you work for, you could be like putting your resume out there, or just, I would say this is a card of intuitively feeling a little bit stuck, that you've come as far as you can with a certain role or project, and you may be just open to opportunities, not actively seeking them, but just glancing every so often like, oh, I wonder what's out there, just to keep yourself relevant. And you're going to find an opportunity that's too good to miss, okay? And for those of you who have been feeling a little bit stuck for a while, the universe is coming on in there with an opportunity that you're absolutely going to love there as well, okay? Now, also, I would be a little bit mindful about eye health during this time as well. I'm getting that strongly here. So if you spend lots of time on a screen, or if you've just noticed that there's been bit of eye strain recently. Some of you, if you work for a company, you could be offered some sort of free eye test, for example, or if you run your own company, this could be something that you're on top of right now, because Ace of Cups can be mental well-being in the working environment. But I would say, whenever you're feeling a little bit stuck mentally, or you're feeling a bit of brain fog, some of you may have been dealing with that right now, and I would say taking good quality rest is important. Also, hydration, okay? I mean, this is a career and money reading, but that's coming through, so I have to mention it there. Now, Queen of Pentacles, you work super hard. This indicates you're practical, you're grounded, and you are committed to your cause. This is an energy of finding opportunities wherever you go. You're going to attract more wealth opportunities. And some of you are thinking about running your own business if you don't already. And this may start at home first, but actually it's going to amplify and expand. A lot of you, if you run your own business right now, no matter what that is, you can be a creative. Whenever I say an entrepreneur or a business owner, I'm talking about creative people too. I'm talking about anyone who's out there on a limb, doing it for themselves, showing up every day, bringing their A game and feeling like, there's no support or feeling like they're unseen. You're out there. You are going to be rewarded for all your effort. And I feel this is a card of making things work. This is an energy of abundance, wealth protection. So that's why I mentioned generational wealth there, but also the Queen of Pentacles there. This can be an energy of you reinvesting in yourself through new knowledge. So you could be utilizing some of your resources into upskilling or finding new knowledge that can help you advance there, taking courses online or downloading. But I also see a lot of you investing your money in either real estate or in your home. So doing a little bit of DIY there, or giving a little freshness to the home in some way, or just rearranging things. But you may make some purchases for the home at this moment in time there as well. Now, the Strength card, it will go into the upright. This tells me that something you've struggled with, you will conquer. I mean, even that song indicates that there. But I feel a lot of you are taking stock of a difficult situation, trying to brainstorm, figure it out, and you will. You're calculating not just the month ahead, but the year ahead. I feel a lot of you are aligning with your tasks, responsibilities, and you have a lot of those on your mind right now. But I feel there could be some research and development opportunities here where you are improving your focus so that you kind of compartmentalize what it is you need to really work on for the next year ahead. And I feel you're focusing on your strengths as well as your weaknesses, because, sometimes we always naturally go towards our weaknesses and think, oh, I need to work on that. I need to work on that. But I feel over the next coming weeks and months, you're going to focus on your strengths there and acknowledge that actually you're doing a great job. And I have to give you this. Some of you are going to deal with a very challenging person over the next coming weeks and months regarding your career. This could be a client, customer, or a boss, or someone who's micromanaging, someone who's kind of middle management as well. Like they're on their way up. They're not quite there yet. They're hungry and they're willing to step on people. So just watch out for that. I hate that kind of vibration that's coming through. But this person, they're envious of your talents. Watch out for that. So if you work for yourself, patent any ideas or keep them to yourself. Hush, hush. A lot of you are working behind the scenes right now in private. Some opportunities are coming your way. Wait until they're ready to reveal. Okay, and for those of you who have an idea and you work for a company, and if your boss is a certain person who takes the credit for your ideas, I would say put a couple of extra people in any emails, CC them in and say, this is my idea for this. So it goes to a couple of people, not just to your boss. They can't claim it's their idea if everyone else knows it came from you. So just watch out for that there as well. What else am I getting there? Now, for some of you, if you are a contractor or you take on contract work and you've been doing, gig to gig or contract to contract, there could be a role that you did that they haven't paid up. If it's delayed, they will pay it by the close of the year, but you may need to chase this one more time. I hate to give you that message. I hate that you've had to wait for your pay there, but looking at the energy, it feels like the person who's meant to pay the payroll, they've been absent. And looking at the energy, I feel like they have been unwell. That's what's coming through. Of course, that's awful, and I hope whoever they are heals, but there should have been someone who took the reins in their absence, and they've missed the payments. Okay, so just watch out for that. Chase it up because it will be paid as you close out the year, okay? Now, we do have that Five of Pentacles. If you're going for any interviews during this time, remember what you have that others don't. That's what the Five of Pentacles indicates. It indicates that, it's tough right now, okay? But you are in a position right now where alternative opportunities are going to be made available to you. And you must remember what you have that others do not, that set you apart. Also, some of you are asking the universe for something, praying for something, and the universe is going to provide, okay? But I feel this is an energy of financial independence or being free from a debt. So a lot of you could, close out a debt or, come to the end of a contract that you've paid off, and it could be time to upgrade your cell phone or upgrade something there for you as well. But I do feel a lot of you may pay for something in order to just have a great time, like a vacation, or, you may be moving into like a new property, for example. And even if you run your own business, some of you could be thinking about a new premises as well that gives you a little bit more freedom, and it just feels like you belong there too, okay? Now, Five of Pentacles, as I said earlier, is an alternative form of abundance, okay? So this can indicate that some opportunity comes in a different form, okay? And I feel like you're open to this, and I also feel it's connected to a talent that you really haven't nurtured yet. So even if you're in a role in a company, a lot of you may be like, okay, I want to flourish, but you may feel you have unfulfilled potential in some area of your career, and you may upskill in order to feel fulfilled. You have the resource or the tool to be a pro at what you do. I mean, I feel like you're a pro at what you do already, but I definitely see here there's room to, upskill in order to expand your reach, but also enter a new pay grade. So anything you're learning right now, I feel like this will open up a new pay grade for you there as well. You're literally going from a Five of Pentacles to a Nine of Pentacles. So I would say that for some of you, this is a promotion that is going to be told to you, and you'll step into this in the new year. There's going to be talks about money. Because the Justice card is there, you can negotiate the right deal. You may actually ask for a certain amount of money that's quite high, but it gives them an opportunity to negotiate you down to the actual amount of money you want. Okay, because ultimately, if you ask for what you want, they're going to try and negotiate you down. But if you ask for more than what you want, they'll still negotiate you down, but then you win, because Justice card tells me there is a win-win situation here, okay? And if you're going for a job interview and you're currently out of work, again, I feel like you negotiate your salary, and they're going to ask you that difficult question, like what kind of salary are you asking for, or what is it you're expecting from this role? I would say go high, because they're going to go low, and then you're going to meet in the middle, and actually you get what you want, what is fair, okay? Some of you, there will be a starting salary that's a little bit lower, but it will staircase as you go. So I would say congratulations for the promotion vibes. And if you work for yourself, I feel a lot of you could give yourself an extra dividend. It's really interesting. I don't really understand what I'm feeling and getting from this card, but it's almost like some of you, if you have like a business bank account or business financial account, it feels like you may not leave it in deficit. Absolutely not. There's still money there. Whatever a Five of Pentacles will be, it's like half, okay? And you just give a little bit more to yourself. So some of you could be doing that at the end of year energy there. I feel a lot of you are setting yourself up for new projects, no matter who you are right now. And I feel like there is an energy as well of you kind of like brainstorming talents that you have. And I feel that some of you, no matter what you do, you could actually access more money by creating either an online profile about what you do, talking about it, or, there could be some sort of partnership going on there. Even though you're independent, I feel some of you could align with a social media platform to talk about what you do, or you could actually create some sort of learning tool for others on something that you do already. And it kind of like automates, because I'm just getting this energy that there's something attached to this card where you set it up once. It's a struggle, it's hard because you care, but you set it up once and then it kind of informs itself. So it could be that you're creating a course of learning that people download. You create it once, you set it up and put it on a platform, and people download it and they utilize your resources to learn what you do. For some of you, it could be a book on something that you are knowledgeable on. For some of you, it could be a podcast, or it could be something else that actually complements what you do. Because I really feel here, there's two streams of income. I feel like there's one stream of income that is steady and it doesn't pay as much as the other one that you're about to reach for. So I would say this is a great time for reaching for more, because I feel like you're going to get it. Now, I feel a lot of you are cultivating skills And you know, with the Eight of Swords there and the Five of Pentacles, it tells me that you're aware that things are difficult right now. But I feel like you're an asset to whatever it is that you're doing. And I feel that there are new opportunities to expand your reach or diversify what you do already in order to reach for more, is what I'm seeing. We've got the rising tide. You know, I got that energy of you preparing to rise in 2026. I literally said that. Ascending. Oh my gosh. And the big fish. So yeah, there is an energy here of something bigger on the horizon for you, and you're for it. I feel like you're ready for this, whatever this is. So it says here, rising time, your ship is coming in. Okay. And it says here, entrepreneur working at home. Excuse me, my throat's a little bit hoarse at the moment. Working from home, okay, I did mention that. It says freedom, you've got freedom here, reward and luxury. You're going to treat yourself. So whatever course you're on right now, I feel like you are setting yourself up for these things to happen in your future, okay? Now also, for some of you, if you've come to this reading and you're like, Baba, I'm retired. You know, I see with that world energy, some of you are retired. You're checking in with your finances. You know, I feel there is a little bit of worry here about the economy and how things fluctuate. You know, I feel like your pension pot, you know, there's an energy with that Five of Pentacles. Sometimes you feel like worried about it. And then the Nine of Pentacles, you're like, okay, it's okay. But actually, I feel like you're going to be okay. You're going to enjoy your pension. I feel like you're going to enjoy your retirement, a lot of travel in your 2026, that's for sure. Also, integration. I feel a lot of you are going to get involved in different group activities, and I feel like you're really going to thrive. So actually, I see there's nothing to worry about. So I want you to be aware of that, okay? But a lot of you, if you're not your own boss right now, you certainly will be in your future. You were born to lead, and you have entrepreneurial vibes all over you, okay? We've also got ascending. So all these cards so far are highlighting that you're going to be elevating or progressing in a way that you worked hard to achieve in the first place, but it's through a structure or a measured pace. You're not rushing this. It's just going to happen organically. The Eight of Swords tells me you can't see this opportunity coming in, okay? The Eight of Swords is like, okay, I can't see it, Baba, I can't see it, but intuitively you can feel it. And the Ace of Cups is divinely offered from the universe. So a new opportunity. This could be a new client if you work for yourself, or a new avenue that you're going to explore. Okay. Something is opening up. A new pathway is opening up. And this could be just a new project in your working environment, or a new way of working, a new tool, or something that helps you be more efficient, something you're going to love, that helps you expand your reach or your network in some way. A lot of you, this is better working relationships as well. And I would say that you are the winning formula for success, okay? You're driven, you're passionate, you have the know-how as well. And this card is ascending. So again, as I said, elevation there. And it says floating to the top, pay raise, promotion, bonus, authority, responsibility. So yeah, there's going to be more work, more responsibility, but I feel like you don't mind as long as the pay reflects it. It's reciprocal. So here's to a more equal 2026 there for you. But we also have big fish. Now, a lot of you with that Eight of Swords, you're asking yourself, are you a big fish in a small pond right now? Is it time to branch out in a different direction, expand your reach, go global, or look at international links? Or is it that you feel with that Justice card, things are like measured right now? You know, there's an energy of just doing what you got to do. You're practical, but the World card tells me that you want more, or you're reaching for more. You're going to have it, okay? There's something being offered here. It says, making a good impression, you're on the hook, you're a great catch, lucrative deals, you're reeling them in. So I feel like whatever it is that you've gone fishing for, I feel like you're going to catch it. Okay, so great stuff coming on in there for you. I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. Ooh, what have we got here? Oh, we've got a watermelon. Oh, thanks so much. I'm so grateful. Well, I thought it was a watermelon slice, but I just heard a bigger piece of the pie. I mean, it's got like a little green kind of rind at the end there. So, oops, I would say that looks like a watermelon, but you know, that's what I heard, a bigger piece of the pie. I mean, it could look like a pizza. I'm not sure, but that's what you got as your trinket there. This can literally mean an opportunity that's really refreshing and good for you. Also, as I said, hydrating is important. Electrolytes, very important. So if a lot of you have been experiencing brain fog or feeling uninspired or feeling there's been a bit of a block, like a writer's block, or, you've been pushing through something, take a step back, get a moment's rest, but also hydrate and get your electrolytes in, because it will make a world of difference there as well. Now, my guides are pointing right now at the seeds in the watermelon. I'm saying it's a watermelon, but they're saying it's pie. Okay, so they're pointing there. So I feel this could be seeds of opportunity to help you grow the whole piece. So maybe little portions or little seeds happening for you right now so that you can grow something really exponential in the year of 2026. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates for you. I mean, this could also be a logo, watermelon. Could also be something that is relevant in some way. Let me look at the back there. No, I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to watermelon, but my guides are saying pie. So yeah, I will leave it like that. I hope something resonates, my beautiful Aries. Thank you so much, and love and light.